In this video, we're going to cover why public speaking feels so scary with 3 top reasons and some helpful tips. Hi, I'm Jordana, and this YouTube channel is all about helping public speaking beginners move forward in their journey with fun tools, tips, and techniques. Reason number 1 is because all eyes are on us. If we're putting ourselves out there, whether we're going on camera, or we're going to go on stage, or we're going to go and do a boardroom meeting, or we're going to gather our friends around and pitch an idea, any of these scenarios means that we are the ones who are sharing our idea and we're leading and we're sharing our message, which means whoosh, all eyes are on us. And when we feel like all eyes are on us, that leads to a level of pressure that we're not used to experiencing. And then naturally, unfortunately, as humans, we can very easily misinterpret that to go, oh my gosh, all eyes are on us, which means they're judging me, they're looking at me, there's expectations on me. Which easily makes us think, I'm going to make a mistake. What if I don't do this right? So it can catapult us into self-doubt and into a whole lot of spirals of perceived limitations and fears when we feel like all eyes are on us. So that's one of the reasons why public speaking feels so scary, because we're putting ourselves out there in a setting that we're not used to. It's completely different to anything that we normally experience on a day-to-day basis when we're just communicating and having fun and laughing with our friends. Instead, we feel like all eyes are on us, which adds 10 layers of pressure that we're not used to. And I just want to say, it's completely normal. To feel that extra pressure is totally normal when we're putting ourselves out there in a brand new way. So expect that all eyes are on you, and it doesn't necessarily mean that there's judgment. In fact, it doesn't mean there's judgment, because if you see someone else going up onto a stage or doing something for the first time, you're not instantly going to judgment mode. Like, we tend to jump to the worst case scenario inside our mind. So just know that all eyes are on you because you are leading, or you're sharing a message, or you're sharing some insight, or you're sharing some ideas, and it's all part of the process of stepping out of your comfort zone. Reason number 2 is because our physiology goes through different things. When we're actually putting ourselves out there, naturally, we're going to go through completely different things to what we're normally experiencing when we're communicating. We get nervous, we get butterflies, we get knocky knees, we get sweaty palms, we get shaky hands. We are going through a completely different physiological process because we've got adrenaline and cortisol and all these different hormones rushing through our system in order to try to get ready for what we're about to experience. And most of the reason why this is so scary and why we can experience it once and then never want to do it again is because we need to learn to manage our physiology. We can go into overwhelm and disconnect when we actually can't manage our physiology, and if our physiology takes over and we actually can't control our body, then we can have a disconnect between our minds and our body, and whoosh, we go into overwhelm. And this can look like forgetting our content, or completely freezing in the moment, or completely panicking. And it all comes down to the cycle between the brain and the body not being managed properly. So if we learn how to manage our body and understand physiologically, I'm going to go through completely different things, and that's totally normal because this is a brand new experience, then we're expecting that our physiology will change and we know what's coming. It's when we don't know what's coming and then poof, everything changes and we feel different sensations and we get afraid of that, then that fear leads to more resistance, which obviously resistance to resistance creates more resistance in the process, which makes us way more fearful. So understand that if you are going to be public speaking, your body's going to go through completely different stuff to what it normally experiences, and that's also totally normal. And the third reason why we feel so much fear when we're public speaking is because of one word: pressure. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Pressure from what we think other people are thinking about us, either their expectations or their judgments, and also the pressure that we put on ourselves. So let's start with the pressure from other people. We never know what they're actually thinking, but we tend to, unfortunately, jump to the conclusion of they're judging me, they don't like me, I've got to win them over. It's like a me versus them mentality. We all want an incredible experience. We never go to see a speaker to go, I can't wait to waste an hour of my life. This is going to be horrible. Like, it just doesn't happen. We want our time to be valuable. And as a speaker, we want to provide as much value as possible. So we all want to have an amazing experience. It's just our mind tends to, under pressure, default to it's me versus them and I need to win them over. So remove that, because it's not actually true. They want an amazing experience and you want to create an amazing experience. So if we know that, it actually changes the orientation and helps remove the external pressure. Secondarily to that, which I've already alluded to, is that we don't know what's going on in someone else's mind. We will jump to a conclusion that they're judging us, but that's our version of our own reality of a perception that they might have, which if you think about it and break it down, it's not true anyway, because we're never ever going to know what is going on inside someone else's mind. So we should not let that stand in our way. And then when it comes to the pressure that we put on ourselves, we put so much pressure on ourselves, mostly to be perfect. We don't want to make a mistake. We don't want to stuff up our content. We don't want to miss a word or miss a line. We want to make sure that it's all perfect, but perfect doesn't exist because perfect is an illusion. It's a benchmark that doesn't exist because what you believe to be perfect, what I believe to be perfect, and what someone else believes to be perfect is completely false. It's a benchmark that we will never ever reach, and it's simply just a limitation that we put that stands in the way and blocks us from actually achieving our dreams. So we shouldn't put the pressure on ourselves to be perfect because perfect doesn't exist. Every time we present, we get better and better and better. So I like to teach instead of actually aiming for perfect. And then if you make a mistake, being afraid of that, use it actually as turn it around to turn it into a positive benchmark moving forward. So if there's something that you wish you did differently, instead of, going over and over and over about what that was, write it down, get it out of your physical system and out of your energy field, put it on a piece of paper and use it moving forward as a benchmark for success. So let's say you spoke too quickly, right? Instead of going spoke too quickly, which is negative framing, turn it around and write down speak slower. And then the next time you go to present, whether it's on camera or in person or in the office or wherever it is, you look at it before you start, and then that is a positive reminder of what you can take into this next public speaking experience in order to be able to get better and better every time. So the next time you feel fearful, just remember it is totally normal. You're about to embark on an incredible journey to share your message with the world in a brand new way. Of course, it's going to require a new level of growth, new experiences, busting out of your comfort zone. So be kind to yourself and just remember there are new pressures that we put on ourselves. There's pressures that we feel from others. All eyes are on us. Our physiology is going to change. And just knowing this, having the awareness that all of these elements are going to come in to add to our fear, empowers us, because when they actually kick in, it's going to destabilize us and shock us less, and we'll have less resistance because we'll actually know what to expect. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, because I will be back with so many more public speaking tips to help you on this incredible journey. And if there's anything you would love me to cover, please drop me a note in the comments below, because I would love to cover it and help you. Thank you for watching.